Hello everybody, and we are live from the compound once again from our spiritual home in Liverpool. E.F.W. is back in town. We never seem to leave town at the moment. It's Max Radix alongside my broadcast man and the E.W. World Heavyweight Champion of the world, Owen. What a night we had tonight.
One heck of a week here in Liverpool. And I guess it's going to get even more explosive. Both E.F.W. titles are on the line tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We have a double main event, ladies and gentlemen. We have a submission match between the Dog and the Reaper for the E.F.W. World Heavyweight Championship. And we have a no-holds-barred match between Sakamoto Dixon and Farrier for the Women's Heavyweight Championship of the world. What a night in E.F.W. destruction.
Well, yeah, we know there's plenty of fans waiting to see the collision of those two women in that match.
Oh, I think either way, it's gonna be a great match. I think both of them have potential to be all-out classics, and this one, our match we're kicking off with tonight, Erwin, has a couple of interesting stipulations in itself.
Oh yeah,
Gene Taylor and Kobayashi, both on a bit of a losing streak at the moment in E.F.W. And Mr. Goldman is not happy. He is stipulated in this match. We can exclusively reveal the loser of this match will be suspended from all competition, NEW or EFW, for 1 month.
An entire month. That's a long time.
Well, it's 1 month where you will not receive a paycheck because you will not be paid for work you have not done. So this has ramifications for both these men. For God's sake, Kobayashi and Gene Taylor have families.
Well,
this is a controversial decision by our owner, Adrian Goldman, as we welcome Gene Taylor to the ring, 5'9" and 275 pounds, from Norwich, England. The Liverpool-hating Gene Taylor has yet to win a match in EFW, Erwin.
Oh yeah, very true, and I believe, at least on the fan side of things, this is going to be a very, very one-sided affair. However, in that ring, I'm not so sure. Kobayashi, I mean, I've always admired the guy, but this losing streak has just been going on for so long now, it's hard to imagine him picking up a victory.
Well, yes, of course, Kobayashi had that incredible opportunity, that controversial opportunity in the first ever EFW Battle Royal, and was eliminated with under a minute. A minute, ladies and gentlemen.
The first one out.
It was frankly an embarrassing showing by the former TV champion.
Well, Gene Taylor's in the ring.
Well, we welcome the ever popular, it has to be said, Kobayashi from Osaka, Japan. Stands in at 5'10" and 230 pounds. Has the height advantage, but obviously loses a few on the weight. The former television champion, the only TV champion in the EFW, Kobayashi, has had some success in the past, but I think it's definitely fair to say, as you were saying earlier, Erwin, the worst streak of his professional career, no question about that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Not been having any success since losing the championship way back when.
This match has interesting ramifications for both men. Kobayashi trying to re-establish a career, Taylor trying to start one.
I mean, you put it a year back, there would have been no doubt in anyone's mind that Gene Taylor was about to have 30 seconds of pain. However, now it's fairly even ground, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kobayashi and Gene Taylor have never faced each other before in any ring. Kobayashi the veteran, no question about that. Both men locking up early on. It's the classic one-on-one, ladies and gentlemen, but with massive ramifications for both men. Bob Turner, our junior official, after a cheap shot by Taylor there after the lockup, breaks up the men.
Well,
Turner with the quick word.
Kobayashi
definitely did not take kindly to that, with a very, very clinical hurricane roundler early on in this matchup. I'm expecting big things from Kobayashi tonight, I have to admit, against the rookie Taylor armbreaker.
Well, again, essentially, for a month, your job is on the line here tonight.
Oh, God. Well,
two men battling for a chance to stay here.
I mean, Goldman said it, you know, if you can't cut the mustard, then find a new place to work. It seems he's standing true to his words. Taylor springboard. Oh my word! What a manoeuvre! What athleticism by Gene Taylor!
Rotating body splash there over the top rope.
My God, what a manoeuvre! Kobayashi recovers quickly with a flying drop kick and a knee to the spine. That veteran instinct kicking in there after that incredible athleticism by Gene Taylor. He's not pulled that one out the bag before.
No, I don't think we've ever seen that from him.
Planning DDT.
Not really known for his high flying.
Shades of Cowboy Roy with the classic planning DDT. Middle rope. Elbow right into the heart of Gene Taylor. Oh, armbreaker again. Kobayashi looking about as focused as I've seen him. I've said that so many times over the last few weeks. This determined look in his eyes. Well, determination alone won't get you a victory. That DDT might, though, only get to 2. It might have been a 1.9 actually.
I think that was a 1.9.
Oh, misses with the drop kick.
Taylor still alive.
Tornado swing in there, breaker. I thought Taylor was going for the tornado DDT, and he seemed to change his mind mid-maneuver. Again, impressive technical ability by the young man. Itsegiri, my God, what an itsegiri right to the chin.
I think Gene Taylor might have lost a tooth with that one.
My word, what a kick by Kobayashi from nowhere. Those vicious feet.
And a leg drop over the top rope. Gene Taylor, pretty familiar with that move from Scott Burns.
Of course, those kinds of kicks are very prominent in professional wrestling today. Kobayashi, I think it's fair to say, was one of the trailblazers of that kind of style, a backbreaker to Gene Taylor. Certainly in the NEW anyway.
What's Kobayashi looking to do here? Oh, the deadlift German suplex.
Oh, we've seen this is classic Kobayashi. Right from the old school playbook. Beautiful gut wrench German. Goes for that dreaded neck wrench.
Well, yeah, he doesn't seem to be done with Gene Taylor yet.
Turner's telling Kobayashi that Taylor's feet are touching the ropes and he has to break the hold. He does have that count of 5 to utilise. So again, that's a great ring presence by the veteran Kobayashi. Another planning DDT. The Cowboy will be happy. He's used this move twice tonight.
Well, Taylor had an impressive start here.
Oh, God Lord! God Lord, a German right out of Taylor's boots. That's it, it's over. That's it is over. Kobayashi. Yes!
Kobayashi keeps his job here. Gene Taylor we will not see for a month.
Gene Taylor's unlucky streak in the E.F.W. continues with an opening matchup. At destruction from the compound. Kobayashi won the match. That's Kobayashi's first victory in over a month. The only TV champion in E.F.W. history. Kobayashi wins one here. What a German suplex that was.
Of course, you're saying that referring to Adrian Goldman's announcement that he's getting rid of the TV title. Zach Fuller is now the UK champion. And then Kobayashi declared that he is now the TV champion, but there is no TV championship belt anymore.
Well, you know, who could argue against Kobayashi?
And with his first
He's been
victory,
a proud television champion.
His first victory in months here, it seems that's been the spark he needed, even if it is in his own mind.
Well, hey, if it works for him, then I'm all for it. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a ladder match. From seemingly out of nowhere, Selena Figueroa versus Super Tornado will face off in a ladder match, which obviously both ladies with their Mexican wrestling background are no stranger to. But I have had confirmation earlier today that the winner of this match will get a shot at the title down the road against the winner of the match between Farrier and Sakamoto Dixon. This is controversial, I would say, Owen, to say the very least, tonight here in E.F.W. Both these ladies, obviously very new to the company. Both these ladies arguably have not yet earned the right to go for the title. But both ladies have a tremendous opportunity here to essentially be number one contender in everything but name.
Well, yeah, both of these women learning a lot about the ropes before getting here to E.F.W. Both keen to show what they're capable of.
Well, absolutely, both veterans in their own right. Selena Figueroa, 5'3", 120 pounds, from Baltimore, Maryland originally. Selena Figueroa, of course, with their Hispanic background, are very proud of both her mixed Spanish and American heritage. Started her career in Mexico. And a tremendous streak that she had in Mexican Extreme Wrestling, which obviously brought her to the attention of E.F.W. Just how this young lady is here today. A lot of people in the back expect very big things from Selena Figueroa.
Well, yeah.
She's looked absolutely seamless in her entrance in the E.F.W. There's been none of those rookie nerves that we've seen on a couple of occasions from the likes of, say, Dynamite or Morales, who are as green as grass. Selena Figueroa, well, this is her job. She knows her profession.
Well, I'd say both of these women have the experience, so the nerves aren't really a factor anymore. However, both of these women have not picked up victories yet, have showed tremendous spirit in the E.F.W. rings in their previous matches.
Well, absolutely, as we welcome the Looney Luchadora, Super Tornado, 5'2", 126 pounds, from Durango, Mexico. A lady who spent her entire professional career before coming to E.F.W. in Mexico. I believe Guillermo Diaz had a big part in this young lady's training, but she's renounced him.
Yes,
I
doesn't
believe
like the way he's gone.
Believe that's a story for another night, because Super Tornado and Selena Figueroa, who have faced off against each other before in the E.F.W. in an amazing matchup tonight, I've got a lot to prove here to the compound faithful. Both ladies circle each other, and Figueroa with an hard Irish whip right into the corner. Takes early control, big right hand. Face buster by Figueroa, good flurry to kick off this matchup.
Tornado in trouble from the get-go here.
Oh. Yeah, Figueroa wasting absolutely no time against the old enemy Super Tornado. It's great to have veterans like this in E.F.W. Their experience alone is such a big factor for all the young talent that we have on the roster.
Oh yeah, it's always a quick learning curve in E.F.W. There's always someone there that's had a little bit more experience than someone else, and that can only help someone who's rising from their first match, essentially.
Well, a big hurricane rather by Figueroa on Tornado, who looks like she's in trouble in this early onset of this match. Drop kick. However, we remind you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a great shot of it there. Oh. The only way to win this match is to climb that ladder and to unlock that ever tricksy briefcase suspended above the ring. This controversial, essentially #1 contendership match for the women's title, despite the fact that we will actually have a women's title match later tonight.
Well, and that Riley Patterson is also next in line.
Absolutely.
You've got to wonder how that's going to pan out.
Absolutely. Riley Patterson has already won a #1 contendership match for the women's title and is yet to have that shot. Will face off against Dixon or Farrier, we know that much. But if Tornado and Figueroa, one of these ladies, get that briefcase, I mean, you have to wonder how many of these contracts are lying around. How many #1 contenders does Adrian Goldman want?
Well, yeah, it's a very interesting decision here.
Oh.
And I guess we'll have to see in the coming weeks how it's going to pan out.
Snake Eyes by Figueroa, but misses with the running knee. Tornado showing incredible speed, rolls out the way, but Figueroa keeping right on top of the luchador. Back into the corner she goes. Top rope. Looking for high impact here. Could be a superplex. It is. If she hits this, Tornado's in trouble. Oh, good lord, what a superplex by Figueroa. Vicious, vicious superplex.
Oh, and Tornado is rocked.
Oh, 2, 3, 1 for good luck. Selena Figueroa on a roll.
And the first ladder comes into play now.
Oh god.
Just driving it.
Using her head in more ways than one there, Selena Figueroa. Putting her own body on the line to inflict even more damage on Super Tornado.
Who's in real trouble now.
Oh, facebuster.
Facebuster.
My word, all Figueroa has to do is climb that ladder and this one's over. And now we could have 2 #1 contenders for the women's title. It's a really bizarre set of circumstances tonight in the compound.
Tornado looks out of it aware she's getting up though.
It's almost like someone in the back forgot we already had a #1 contender when they made this match. But hey, I'm all for a triple threat. Oh god,
well,
what a job.
That might very well be what this is leading toward, you never know. Here in the E.F.W.
Well, these 2 ladies will not quit as Super Tornado chops Selena Figueroa.
No!
Oh wait, come on. No. Oh god.
Diving body splash off the top of the ladder.
Suicide dive in every shape of the word.
Knowing that she'd barely got any offense in this match, needed to do something big to get an opportunity, but Figueroa is up.
Figueroa amazingly gets back up after that suicide dive. Spectacular suicide dive by Super Tornado, who's still hanging on to the briefcase. Figueroa trying to knock her off balance, but Tornado showing that incredible luchador skill. Oh wait a minute, it's Figueroa got hold of her. She has powerbomb. Figueroa couldn't knock her off, so used that power advantage and slammed her off. Climbs the ladder, goes for the briefcase.
Tornado is down.
These Liverpool fans are on their feet.
Tornado's moving, but is it all too late?
That goddamn clasp, if it was a little bit... Yes,
there
it is. Selena Figueroa. The dual #1 contendership controversy is on, ladies and gentlemen. She beat Super Tornado in a thrilling ladder match at Destruction from the compound. What a way to kick off the show. We've had a great singles and a ladder match already, Owen.
Well, yeah, and we're only 20 minutes in. This is absolutely fantastic here tonight. Some great action, and we're, of course, on the road to Riot this Sunday. E.F.W, the developmental division, putting on one hell of a show.
Yeah, showing Riot, keeping these guys honest. The E.F.W development town, of course, is as hot as they come right now. Speaking of hot streets, Scott Burns, who's made quick work of Gene Taylor over the past 2-3 weeks, faces some stiffer competition tonight against Isaac Thompson, the man who took the Reaper the distance. Let's not forget that, Erwin. Tonight, Scott Burns, in his biggest test to date, will face the Bulgarian Brute in an Iron Man match.
Well,
Romanian Brute.
Wrong, I was just gonna say.
Shut up!
But even so, Scott Burns has been thrown in at the deep end, but when you look at the E.F.W roster, I mean, he's just come in, as has Gene Taylor, who is now suspended for a month. Other than that, who really is there to be, you know, that next step? There's all of them are quite big guys in one way or another here in E.F.W now.
Oh, I know what confused me, you see, because Isaac Thompson, despite the fact he was born in Romania, was brought up in Bulgaria.
Well, there you go.
A European upbringing by Isaac Thompson, that's why that was stuck in my head. Honest. Right, Scott Burns stands in. 5'10", 290 pounds from Cleveland, Ohio. An old school style and a young man's attitude. Scott Burns is going to be one to watch here in the E.F.W, in my opinion, Owen.
Well, yeah, I mean, his career here so far has been nothing but highlight reels.
Frankly, a weird haircut. Reminds me of some of the talent you used to get in the Smoky Mountain days in Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a Mungo Jerry if you can pull it off.
Well, of course, this impressive young man, Scott Burns, a very athletic background. Played football in college and high school. Baseball as well. Tremendous athletic pedigree, Scott Burns. He believes he's on a mission to mould the old school to the new. Believes he's the man to do it. Isaac Thompson just likes to fight. 6'4" and 259 pounds. Originally from Bucharest, Romania. Isaac Thompson. The man who took the Reaper the distance. The man who busted the World Champion Open. The man who was literally a thumbnail away from being named E.F.W World Heavyweight Champion of the World.
And you wouldn't really think that Scott Burns has the weight advantage in this match.
But he does. Yeah, that's a very good
really
point.
He does by 30 pounds. I mean,
yeah, 31 pounds. Scott Burns does indeed have that weight advantage over Isaac Thompson. I think it's Thompson's shoulders that just make him look heavier than he actually is. He's 259 pounds of pure attitude, I know that much. This one's going to be an absolute slobber knocker, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes. Two of the toughest guys in that locker room. I know Scott Burns is young, but don't underestimate this young man's ability, I tell you that. 15 minutes. Isaac Thompson, many have called him the king of the Iron Man match. Crazy Hammer won't be happy about that.
Starting off very traditional, very slow here. Hammerlocks applied.
Oh yeah, armbar. We got a wrestling match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Scott Burns won't be too unhappy about that, but...
My word, just from nowhere there you see that moulding of the old school with the new. That face buster, that speed from nowhere, and then right back to the technical base with the armbar. Great manoeuvre there by Scott Burns, taking Isaac Thompson to the mat and keeping him there. Right hand.
Maybe he realised he couldn't beat him in a grapple.
Oh, bit of rookie mistake there by Burns, running the ropes right into Thompson, but recovers well. Drop kick. Nothing sloppy about that by the young man. Oh, stepping on the chest of Thompson. Well, this obviously it's traditional Iron Man stipulations here in the E.F.W. It's a 15-minute time limit. We're 13.5 minutes in. Who, in your opinion, Erwin, does this match favour? I mean, I don't think Scott Burns has ever been in an Iron Man match before.
Oh, no, I believe not, and we haven't really seen much from Scott Burns.
Oh, good lord!
But his skill has been amazing. However, as you've said, Isaac Thompson is the man who made the Reaper bleed. And I've got to imagine that no matter how long this match goes, Isaac Thompson, no discredit to Scott Burns, is going to be the one with the victory.
Oh, fireman carry counter there by Burns. That was a great piece of technical wrestling again by this young man. Kick to the stomach. This kid clearly no slouch.
Very quick on his feet.
Oh, and there he goes over the head. Swinging net breaker. Inverted. Did it all in reverse. Springboard moonsault. Didn't quite connect, but what athleticism by Scott Burns. My word.
Oh yeah, not even on a downed opponent. Thompson was trying to get up there.
Scott Burns perhaps showing that inexperience there. Isaac Thompson. It was an amazing piece of athleticism, don't get me wrong, but I just question its placing. Isaac Thompson. Oh my word, nothing.
Nothing pretty about that.
Nothing pretty about that. My God. Body splash left me breathless. Torture rack. Top drag Owen, it's too close to the ropes, but it's enough to do the damage. Turner correctly telling Thompson to release the hold, and he did so in the most violent way possible.
Thompson back in control here.
Still yet to see a pin or submission from either man. Oh, big right hand by Isaac Thompson. You have to believe.
Big shot.
That the first pin is coming, Owen. I think Thompson smells blood in the water. Burns looks like he's in trouble here, going for the dreaded neck wrench. Locking that hold in the middle of the ring. Will Burns step out? No, it gathers. One shot, two, right to the head of Isaac Thompson. Into the corner he goes. Thompson, annoyed by Burns' resistance to his submission, is gonna into a whole world of pain. Oh!
Side slam off the mill rope.
My God, what a side slam by Isaac Thompson.
And Scott Burns, as quick and furious as he was moments ago, is in a world of pain right now.
The professional ass kicker that is Isaac Thompson with that snake eyes to Burns. Big elbow. Big elbow. Thompson drags him away in the center of the ring.
Some sound issues here.
Yeah, I apologise for the mild technical difficulties. I can assure you we will get that fixed as soon as possible. This match continues, still 0-0. Scott Burns is fighting back, and Isaac Thompson goes for a pin here. First pin of the match. Two.
Only a two.
Scott Burns came real close there to taking Thompson out of it. Went for a Boston Crab Slam. We once again apologise for those brief technical difficulties we were experienced there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard it on the broadcast, but we're having some feedback difficulties with the sound there for a moment.
Yeah, thankfully all resolved here. It's still 0-0, 9 minutes 23 on the clock, and Scott Burns shot a little bit cocky here now against Isaac Thompson. Goes for a leg breaker. I mean, in all seriousness, Owen, if Scott Burns could actually pull out a victory here against Isaac Thompson tonight in an Iron Man match, that would be unquestionably the biggest victory of Scott Burns' career today.
Oh, most definitely.
Goes for a pin here. Two. No.
Two.
That was a 2.8.
Went for an armbar initially, quickly changed into a pin, but was not successful.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm kind of noticing about Scott Burns, the more I see him wrestle, is he's not only technically very sound, the speed of this kid is unreal. He's changed his mind on several occasions and been able to adapt his move to suit the circumstance.
Yeah, very incredible.
That's to suit the situation. Excuse me. I mean, that's an impressive talent for a kid who's only about 5 matches into his professional career. Armbar again to Isaac Thompson. I'm telling you, Owen, this Scott Burns is one to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. But again, Isaac Thompson powering out here.
Perhaps realising he's in a much more serious fight than perhaps he prepared for this evening. Gonna have to use all that veteran skill. Counters the armbar with sheer power alone. Of course, those huge shoulders of Thompson. Oh, well, good God, fallout slam with authority from nowhere. No, kick out. Scott Burns kicks out of the fallout slam. My word. Incredible tenacity, it has to be said. Scott Burns was having the better of the match before that high impact manoeuvre. Oh!
Another drop kick, almost an enziguri there, I think.
It was an insecure drop kick again. Burns, we just said about it moments ago, that ability to change his mind in the heat of battle. Impressive technicality and speed, my God! Middle rope snake eyes driving the head of Isaac Thompson right into the middle turnbuckle, and yes he is, Owen.
He's busted
Isaac
open.
Thompson busted wide open. Armbreaker.
7 minutes to go.
It's still 0-0. What an Iron Man match this has been.
This might even come down to a draw at this rate.
Well, we've seen that before with Thompson.
Oh, Scott Taylor.
1, 2. Yes!
Got a victory on Fisherman's Buster. Can he hold on to it now?
1-0. Scott Burns with a Fisherman Brainbuster, excuse me. Atomic hold. Thought he was going to go for a slam there. I think Burns counters with a front to the eyes. German suplex. German suplex by Scott Burns. That one took a lot out of him. Oh, wait a minute.
Signalling.
Super kick.
Get a second pin.
This could be over right here if he gets this pin. No! Thompson kicks out. It still remains 1-0.
Yeah, Scott Burns still has the advantage here.
My God, what a match at E.F.W. Destruction.
6 minutes to go. Can Isaac Thompson equalise this?
Scott Burns on the top rope has put Isaac Thompson in a world of trouble here. Going for a superplex. My God, he changed his mind again in midair. Turned it into a slam. My God, that was amazing. He modified in midair, Owen.
Well, yeah, it's almost like Scott Burns said, what, I've got 15 minutes, well, I'll show every move in my repertoire if I can. And he's done almost that, as far as I'm aware.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted of the adaptability of Scott Burns. Counters again. Sunset flip, Turner wasn't ready for it. 1, 2. Damn it, if Turner was better positioned there, that would have been 2-0. Club to the back. God damn you, Bob Turner.
Well, again, developmental referee as well.
I hope Chatalpa tears him a new ass for that one. Headbutt to the spine of Turner by Isaac Thompson, who's fighting back.
Well, I'd say he's still got just under 5 minutes here to try and get a victory.
Club to the back by Thompson.
And even this thing up.
Yeah, 5 minutes to basically get a pin to make this 1-all. Going for another fallout slam with authority and pins again. Doesn't hook the leg. Or is that the mistake? Not this time. Isaac Thompson 1-1. Oh, club to the back.
And it's now just over 4 minutes to see if either of these men can get another pin in. Oh well. Scott Burns going for it again.
Yeah, that middle turnbuckle snake eyes, the manoeuvre that busted open Isaac Thompson earlier in this matchup isn't enough to get the pin. It is 2-1. That vicious manoeuvre head first into that turnbuckle was enough.
It was almost like Scott Burns heard me.
It's 2-1. After a series of rights and lefts from both men, Burns with a great German suplex counter again to Thompson.
Thompson's just gushing blood now.
Yeah, the amount of blood that Isaac Thompson has lost in this matchup. Going for a crossface. Thompson's quite close on the ropes, but he can't reach it. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. That has to be the turning point here in this matchup, Owen.
Well,
Isaac
Thompson has essentially got a pin a minute here. That's what he's got to do to get back to an equal base.
Left forehand smash, punch to the gut. Irish whip it to the collar. Thompson knows he's minutes away from being embarrassed by this rookie here tonight.
And it almost seems like the fans want to see Scott Burns win.
Yeah, these fans firmly behind the rookie. Misses with the crossbody. Sidestep by the veteran. Needs to capitalise. Oh my God, what a lariat. All the way from hell by Isaac. Running down Scott Burns. My God, what a close line. Goes for a pin, this could be it right here. 3-2 right here. The match is still on. No! Scott Burns kicks out. Scott Burns kicks out. My God, what tenacity.
Thompson is exhausted.
I'm exhausted. Sweet Jesus.
Scott Burns away.
Knee breaker. What a match. This could have been a main event anywhere in the world. And we're not even halfway through the night. An E.F.W. destruction. Isaac Thompson with that dreaded neck wrench once again. The patented submission maneuver. In control. But in arrears. These vicious unorthodox headbutts. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
I'm not sure if it's wise with the injuries sustained here tonight.
Going for that pin. After the vicious missile headbutt, not enough to keep Burns down. Didn't think it was going to be, quite frankly.
And now just over a minute and a half remains.
Thompson needs to pick up the pace here if he stands any chance of equalising this 3-1 deficit.
Well, this could do it.
Oh my God! The third fallout slam of this matchup. Turn us down, perfect position. 3-3-2, 3-2. A minute 18 remains.
Scott Burns still with the advantage, but there's enough time here to get one more fall.
Burns counters into the corner.
Oh, Burns going for a third time.
Oh, good God. Good God, this is what got the third pin on Thompson earlier on in this matchup. Doesn't go for the pin this time, that could be a mistake. 53 seconds remain, but Burns is in control here. Fallout slam, goes for a pin, hooks the legs. Kicks out by Thompson. I think he used the ropes to get a little bit of an advantage there, Isaac Thompson.
30 seconds remain.
Super kick. Super kick from nowhere by Burns. Thompson's on the rope, Turner hasn't seen it. 4-2, 4-2, that's controversial in my opinion. Clubbed to the back by Scott Burns. 30 seconds and Burns must have this match won, Erwin.
Well, surely.
What a victory.
Oh.
Surely it's too little too late.
Well, definitely 10 seconds to go.
Oh.
Scott Burns is back in control as well.
Finishing in this match with a little bit of cockiness, with a little bit of attitude, and who can blame him? What an impressive victory. The biggest victory of Scott Burns' career today, no doubt about it. He's beaten Isaac Thompson in a fantastic Iron Man match at the score of 4-2. Scott Burns' streak match is on here in the E.F.W. Erwin. What a matchup!
Well, yeah, I mean, a tremendous showing from the rookie here, and it must not be long before he's going to get a title shot, surely. What a performance! But of course, up next, we begin our title matches of the night. The first one is the men. The Dog taking on the Reaper here. E.F.W. Championship on the line, and once again, the Dog won a Battle Royale yesterday. To the surprise of everyone, I mean, Dallas Rage was throwing people out left, right and centre, but the Dog made one counter, one clothesline, got the victory. Great competitor, but I've got to wonder if he's got what it takes to face the Reaper. I mean, anyone who has struggled to live to tell the tale, and I don't think this will be any different.
Yeah, I mean, the Dog, he earned this opportunity, the EFW World Heavyweight Champion, but it's not exactly a reward. when you're going up a man who is yet to be beat, Erwin.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, a submission match. You can imagine the Reaper is quite pleased about getting to make someone tap out.
Absolutely, the dog could be in for a world of trouble tonight. 6'3", 200. Oh, wait a minute, the Reaper. The dog hasn't seen it. We've seen this from the Reaper before. Look out, dog. Oh, God, what a bulldog. What a vicious bulldog. This match hasn't even started yet, for God's sake. Oh,
just going at the dog.
Got neckbreaker by the Reaper. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, no. That's a sledgehammer. This is not a no disqualification match. God damn it. Oh, good God.
But the match hasn't even begun.
God. Vicious, the dog. The match has been, damn it, it's been called off. The dog wins. Wait a minute. What?
Well,
the dog wins by disqualification.
But
what does this mean?
Well, surely, does the title change hands with a disqualification? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. No, I
think the Reaper took the easy way out.
Shut up, calls for the bell before that match even got started officially. The Reaper with a vicious attack on the dog with that sledgehammer attack. And we apologise, ladies and gentlemen. We were expecting to bring you what would have been a great submission match between the dog and the Reaper. The Reaper has put divide to those, put a fly in the ointment of those plans. I think it's fair to say. My God, what a cheap shot attack on the dog.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be surprised about the attack, but I was expecting to see a hell of a match.
Well,
Reaper decided otherwise.
It will go down in the record books. The Reaper has lost by disqualification. There's nothing else to be said, really.
Again, he has lost before here, but he has never been pinned. He has never been made to submit. It has all been at his own hands, essentially, or someone else in the ring being pinned and him not being involved.
Yeah, I mean, controversial to say the least, but what a main event we have for you tonight. We have a no-holds-barred match, ladies and gentlemen, between two ladies who have become mortal enemies in such a short space of time that Farrier, the current women's champion and great champion she has been, will face off against Sakamoto Dixon tonight. And anything goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, unlike the last match, that anything went even though it wasn't meant to.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievably shocking scenes here in E.F.W. Destruction. Vicious cheap shot by the Reaper. It's a goddamn shame for the dog, quite frankly, who'd earned his shot.
Well, yeah, we might be able to get you an update on the dog before the end of the show. If not, I'm sure we'll find a way to get an update out to you on his condition.
Well, absolutely, we will bring you an update on the medical condition of the dog as soon as that is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, the show must go on, and the longest entrance in pro wrestling today, Sakamoto Dixon, the queen of strong style, 5'9", 135 pounds, from Bangkok, Thailand. Many people say that this is Sakamoto Dixon's moment. This is the night that she makes history and becomes, for the first time, E.F.W. Women's Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Well, if anyone could defeat Farrier, it could very well be Sakamoto Dixon.
There's a lot of controversy as well. I mean, we are yet to discover which man and which woman are going to come over from E.F.W. I believe. I don't believe that has been made public yet.
No,
by Mr. Goldman.
Is being held until Riot, I believe. I think we're just going to see them debut on the show, and that's that.
I mean, well, there's been a lot of discussion about who that's going to be. I think the men's division is essentially locked up, and as much as I hate to admit it, and despite his actions tonight, the Reaper has to be going to NEW. I think that's pretty much a given, surely.
That's a very good point, and perhaps that's why he decided to attack the dog here. to not give him a chance to lose that title before leaving. I mean, if that's the way he wants to go, then I'm guessing that championship will then be open for grabs, but he will have left still being a champion.
And you know, what the hell does that mean for the E.F.W. if that does indeed happen? I mean, Sakamoto Dixon, on the other hand, would be a really good pick for the woman's choice to go over, but that division is such a hotbed of talent. It really is harder to pick just one.
Well, yeah, most definitely. I mean, like you said, there are other talents on the men's side. Again, the Reaper technically undefeated, unpinned and unsubmitted.
Well, yeah, I mean, he, as you say, he's yet to lose in a traditional way, shall we say, so he is still technically undefeated as a competitor, ladies and gentlemen. We can't really dispute that. Sakamoto Dixon, well, she's had her ups and downs, but she's unquestionably one of the most informed women in the E.F.W's division. But you could say the same about Akane Mitsuri, you could say the same about Fox, you could say the same until very recently about Green Girl Dynamite. What about Morales?
Riley Patterson,
Riley Patterson, it literally goes on and on and on. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, it's the hottest women division in professional wrestling today. The men might be locked up with the Reaper, but the women, well, that one's all to play for, in my opinion.
And while this thing's about to unfold, the champion about to make her way to the ring here.
You know, I believe this is the first time ever that I've been on commentary and I've actually saved enough coffee for the end, at the end of the card. This is a beautiful moment for me personally as we welcome the current women's champion. Nothing to do with this match whatsoever, I do apologise. The current E.F.W. women's heavyweight champion of the world, standing at 5'8" and 152 pounds, and what a fighting champion Faria has been. Unquestionably a much better champion than I expected her to be, I admit it. I thought she got lucky when she won that title off the Fox, but she's proved every single one of her doubters wrong, and she's been an excellent women's champion. And don't let this entrance fool you for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mind Games at their absolute finest. This is Faria.
Well, yeah, an intense individual, very unorthodox, as you said.
I mean, she is Mrs. Unorthodox in the E.F.W. I mean, you never quite know what's going through her crazy mind. I've never quite seen a woman like her in any division, in any organisation. We've been all over the world doing this, buddy. Have you ever seen anyone quite like Faria?
No, definitely
She's
not.
unique and deadly.
And it's hard to tell who the fan favourite's going to be here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the fans have definitely had their issues with Sakamoto Dixon in the past, and it's hard to defend some of her actions in the past, but you can't deny the young lady's talent. The same could be said for the champion Faria. This match is a no holds barred match, ladies and gentlemen, for the women's title right here in E.F.W. We'd like to thank you once again for joining us from the compound Destruction. Our 6th night, the record rolls on. Faria raises that championship above her head,
And she's held it triumphantly.
with the crowd. She's absolutely been a fighting champion. The best type of champion, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, no one likes a champion who sits on his laurels, or her laurels for that matter.
Well, yeah, neither of these women will hold anything back for the richest prize in women's wrestling today, the E.F.W. Women's Heavyweight Championship. One of the richest prizes. Getting shouted at by Mr. Goldman. Dixon and Faria. An odd silence from the crowd. Well, not silent anymore after that vicious backdrop. It was almost, the fans were almost, I think, can't believe what they're about to see. Armbreaker A very bizarre atmosphere
Well,
tonight here in
yeah,
E.F.W.
I mean, the main event kicks in and everyone in an awed hush.
Over Sakamoto, Dixon, and Farrier. My God, I don't think I've ever heard the compound so quiet. It's eerily quiet. Oh, suplex again. The crowd come alive. After that German, all the way from hell by Dixon. Oh, scoop slam. And here we go, this flurry of suplexes. And an elbow to the head of Farrier. Dixon taking early control in this matchup. And what has been a hell of a night in E.F.W.
And of course this match could get dangerous. It is no holds
Oh,
barred.
absolutely. Anything goes tonight, ladies and gentlemen, between these two ladies. No count-outs. No disqualification. Hopefully no interruptions. We're just going to see two of the best women in the world go at it tonight. Dixon with Farrier hanging upside down and a whole heap of trouble. Kick to the sternum. This crowd is coming alive. Oh, after that, one of the most bizarre kind of stunned silences I think I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, I mean, it keeps returning to a little bit of a hush. I think everyone's been waiting for this match since it was announced.
Yeah, I mean, this one people just want to see, want to sit down and watch. The respect for both these ladies is palpable. Oh, that big knee to the head, my God.
Just driven off the apron.
Driven off that vicious apron. We are still having one or two sound issues, so if you can't hear the crowd, that might be why.
As quiet as they are being at times.
Oh, Dixon with those vicious knees. To the head, to the neck of Farrier. Sakamoto, Dixon counters. Oh, being countered, excuse me, by the champion who drills the head of Dixon into that ring post. And again, ladies and gentlemen, anything goes.
Oh my word.
Jesus.
Fist to head to post. Dixon's in trouble.
My
Farrier
God.
going up to the top rope.
Oh God, body splash. Body splash by Farrier.
Farrier back on top of this. Sakamoto trying to get up.
Yeah, Sakamoto Dixon in a world of trouble here after that flurry of attacks by the current women's champion. Sakamoto Dixon's head has hit that post more than once with a snap suplex on the outside by Farrier, who's taken control, Owen.
Well, yeah, I mean, we thought this was going to be close. Two very, very strange styles to try and combat, essentially.
Oh, absolutely incredibly conflicting styles. Sakamoto Dixon and Farrier are both technically able ladies, have a completely different process. Dixon, after a vicious attack on the outside by the champion, is starting to regain a little bit of control in this matchup. Rolls Farrier back into the ring. And we're back in Dixon City here. Much happier on the mat than she is on the outside, I think it would be fair to say, Owen.
Well, it seems that way tonight.
Oh, inverted suplex.
Maybe realising that Farrier herself is very vicious out there.
It's a could be all 2-0.
Yeah,
Farrier
2.
kicks out. And these fans come alive once again. As Farrier kicks out, I think it's fair to say that Farrier might be the fan favourite tonight against Sakamoto Dixon.
Quite possibly. Maybe people want to see her defend her championship against the questionable character of Sakamoto Dixon,
Incredible strength.
who has, to be fair, defeated their fan favourite on a few occasions of Riley Patterson.
It's very, very true. These E.F.W. fans have long memories. Oh, wait a minute. Dixon bomb. She's held out for the pin. This could be off out of nowhere. No!
Just 2.9.
My God, Farrier kicks out.
We almost had a new women's champion. Farrier dodges
Double axe handle, yeah, excuse me.
It's alright, and a reverse DDT.
What a reverse DDT by Farrier.
Dixon trying to regain some consciousness on the apron here. Farrier sees it. Oh, blocked. Dixon's back in.
Yeah, Dixon with a German suplex. With authority to the champion. Goes to the pin again. 2. No. Farrier still refuses to quit. Still refuses to lay down for a count of 3. Dixon getting frustrated here. Needs to keep on top of the champion. Fireman's carry. Guillotine. Oh, wait a minute. Dixon
taunting away here.
I thought she was going to be trying to set up Farrier there for a shin sack. I thought better of it. Got back in close. Farrier perhaps playing possum there. Not the first time we've seen that from the champion. Counters beautifully. Powers out with those strong long legs. Needs to keep on Dixon. Yes, neck breaker modified. Crossbar, neck breaker. Beautiful. This could be it. No, Dixon kicks out after 2.
One incredible action in this match so far.
Absolutely.
Both women trying to get pins.
Incredible matchup for the women's title. Our main event tonight, an E.F.W destruction. 3,000 rabid Liverpudlians. No, they could be about to see history here. This is the move. This is it, the Farrier crossface. This is the move that won the championship. She's nowhere. She's got it locked in. She's got it locked in. That's it. Dixon taps. Dixon taps from nowhere. Farrier returns. Farrier returns.
And it's starting to become a question of who the heck can actually dethrone Farrier as well now. What an incredible defense of her title.
Absolutely phenomenal defense by Farrier. I mean, what could be said as soon as she got that Farrier crossface locked in?
And I mean, what a way
modified
to win.
backbreaker crossface. I mean, after, it has to be said, Dixon dominated in long periods of that matchup, but couldn't put Farrier away. Farrier counters beautifully into that submission and wins the match via submission.
And what a brilliant way to lead into Riot. I mean, only 2 days away. Of course, kicking off at midnight on Sunday.
Absolutely, what a night it promises to be. We hope you could join us. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you at Riot. Good night.